Miami Skyline is a symbol of wealth and ambition. Luxury condos rise high, and the city pulses with life. But beneath the glitz, a hidden crisis unfolds. Miami is sinking. Its billion-dollar towers face a silent threat. Unstable ground, rising seas, and relentless construction. This isn't a distant fear. It's happening now. The tragic Champlain Towers South collapse was a wake-up call. Scientists warn that parts of Miami are slowly slipping into the sea. The question is no longer if, but when. Can Miami adapt, or will nature reclaim what was once its own? The clock is ticking. Miami is a major center and leader in finance, commerce, culture, arts, and international trade. Over the years, its skyline has transformed significantly. Key neighborhoods such as Brickell, Miami Beach, and the Design District have experienced a notable rise in skyscraper development. High-end projects like Dolce & Gabbana residences, Bentley residences, and Mercedes-Benz places now dominate the skyline. However, behind Miami's glamorous exterior lies a dangerous truth. The city is sinking. According to scientific research, Miami's land can no longer support buildings as it once did. Rising sea levels have been a concern for some time, but now the sinking of the land itself has worsened the situation. Studies have found that most East Coast marshes and wetlands, which are critical for protecting cities from storm surges during hurricanes, are sinking at rates exceeding 3 millimeters per year. While this may seem insignificant at first, over time, it can become increasingly dangerous as building foundations weaken. Additionally, climate change plays a major role in accelerating this process. A recent study at the University of Miami focused on high-rise buildings in important coastal areas, including Miami Beach, Surfside, Bal Harbour, and Sunny Isles Beach. The findings were alarming. Around 35 major buildings have experienced subsidence ranging from 2 centimeters to 8 centimeters, 0.8 to 3.1 inches over time. Even more concerning is that half of these sinking buildings were constructed after 2014. This contradicts the assumption that newer buildings are better equipped to handle Miami's shifting ground. Instead, it suggests that even modern developments designed with advanced engineering techniques are still vulnerable to land subsidence. Miami's sinking problem is complex. It stems primarily from its unique geology and extensive urban development. The city's rapid urbanization has placed immense stress on the land. Subsidence is further accelerated by the weight of tall buildings and the groundwater extraction that occurs during construction. In areas where basements or underground parking garages have been excavated, shifting earth severely erodes building foundations, making the situation even more critical. One of the most terrible examples of Miami's structural vulnerabilities was the collapse of Champlain Towers South in Surfside in 2021. According to satellite data, the skyscraper had been gradually sinking since the 1990s. However, the official cause of the collapse was attributed to long-term structural damage. Another concerning case is the 641-foot luxury skyscraper known as the Porsche Design Tower. Since 2016, the building has undergone significant subsidence, lowering by 8 centimeters with an additional 10 centimeters of sinking occurring between 2017 and 2021. This luxury complex, which opened in 2014 as Miami's first auto-branded residence, is famous for its extravagant design and unique car elevator that allows owners to park their cars inside their apartments. The Porsche Design Tower is not an isolated case. Other significant high-rises, including the Ritz-Carlton residences, Trump Towers, Regalia, and Surf Club Towers, have also shown signs of subsidence. While some of these buildings are among Miami's tallest, others, standing at just 18 meters, 59 feet, have also exhibited measurable sinking. Scientists have observed that while some buildings experienced gradual subsidence, others began sinking more suddenly around 2018. This issue is not confined to new developments. Even 30-year-old buildings that once stood on stable ground are now showing signs of sinking. Experts fear that as Miami's real estate market continues to expand, more buildings, both old and new, will be affected. Miami's vulnerability stems from its foundation of porous limestone, a sedimentary rock that both absorbs and transports water. While limestone can be stable under normal conditions, Exposure to saltwater infiltration weakens it. Over time, the seawater dissolves the limestone, creating underground cavities that compromise the stability of the ground, making it unsuitable for heavy construction. Additionally, Miami's extremely low elevation, just a few feet above sea level, worsens the problem. This makes the city highly prone to flooding, further exacerbating the sinking issue. As the tides weaken the limestone, the soil sinks in many areas of the city. Rising sea levels add to the problem by increasing hydrostatic pressure on Miami's already fragile ground, heightening the risk of long-term structural damage to buildings. Researchers have tracked Miami's sinking patterns over a 7-year period using interferometric synthetic aperture radar, INSAR, a satellite-based tool that detects subtle ground movements. Their findings indicate that the construction of high-rise buildings contributes to land subsidence by compressing the ground beneath them, further accelerating Miami's sinking crisis. The weight of Miami's skyscrapers places immense pressure on the ground. Once construction is complete, the soil beneath these buildings compresses, leading to gradual sinking over time. In addition, vibrations from activities like drilling and excavation further destabilize the already fragile ground, accelerating the sinking process. One striking example of this phenomenon is the Turnberry Ocean Club, a luxury tower in Sunny Isles Beach. Researchers discovered that the ground at its location had already started to sink even before construction began on the neighboring Bentley residences. This suggests that the weight and strain from building Turnberry Ocean Club may have indirectly impacted the stability of nearby structures. It highlights how new high-rises can contribute to land subsidence before they are even completed. The collapse of Champlain Towers South in Surfside, Florida, was one of the deadliest structural failures in U.S. history, claiming 98 lives in June 2021. While investigations into the exact cause are still ongoing, experts have pointed to a combination of factors, including the building's age, structural deterioration, and land subsidence. The 40-year-old structure had a history of structural issues, including water damage and concrete decay, which were exacerbated by its proximity to the ocean. Research indicated that the location had been undergoing gradual sinking for many years, raising concerns that subsidence may have weakened the building's foundation. The disaster sent shockwaves through Miami's real estate market, prompting new safety evaluations of older high-rises and increasing concerns about the stability of newer, taller buildings. Despite ongoing fears, Zaha Hadid Architects is developing a new luxury condominium on the same site, raising questions about whether Miami's rapid expansion is disregarding the area's unstable ground conditions and the potential risks of future collapses. Despite the dangers, Miami shows no signs of slowing its construction boom. Numerous skyscrapers are currently being built or planned, reshaping the city's skyline. However, this rapid expansion begs the question, are these developments worth the risks associated with Miami's sinking land? Among the most notable projects is Five Park, a 48-story skyscraper in Miami Beach, which has already been completed despite being constructed in one of the city's most vulnerable coastal areas. In the same region, the Amman Residential Tower, an 18-story ultra-luxury development, is under construction, further burdening the fragile land. More projects, such as Bentley Residences, are expected to be completed by 2025, featuring unique amenities like rotating car elevators, showcasing Miami's commitment to luxury despite the underlying structural concerns. Another bold development, Brickell Bay Drive, is also set to rise, adding further strain to the city's unstable foundation. Perhaps the most ambitious of all are Miami's upcoming super skyscrapers. These include 888 Brickell, a 1,049-foot luxury tower backed by Dolce & Gabbana, set for completion in 2028. Another major addition is Mercedes-Benz Places, the automotive giant's first branded skyscraper, further expanding Miami's rapidly evolving skyline. As these towering structures continue to rise, the city must confront an urgent question: how much longer can Miami defy the forces of nature before the consequences become catastrophic? At 1,049 feet, the Waldorf Astoria Miami will be the city's first true super tall skyscraper, making it one of the most impressive additions to the skyline. Its stacked cube, gravity-defying design gives it a futuristic appeal, but it also raises concerns about its stability on Miami's unstable terrain. Miami's sinking crisis is no longer a distant threat, it is a present reality. The city must decide its fate. If leaders take bold steps to address the issue, there may be hope. However, if nothing is done, Miami will have to face the deadly consequences. Addressing this crisis requires innovative engineering solutions to reinforce building foundations, sustainable urban planning to limit development in high-risk areas, and stricter building regulations that account for subsidence. Learning from other sinking cities through international collaboration could also provide crucial insights. The future of Miami's skyline depends on balancing ambition with responsibility. That wraps up everything for this video. If you found this information interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you think Miami can adapt to its sinking crisis? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.